Hello, everybody. We are live. Welcome to the first video for the Frost Real Estate team. We are kicking off a buyer video series where we're gonna discuss every day this week and as of Monday of next week some tips and some rule of thumbs and things like that, and maybe even some myths in there from the buyer's perspective. So you understand, if you're out there trying to purchase a home now, what to look for, or what's going on within your process if you don't know now, or before you get to that point, you're going to know a little bit about the process. So the team is going to go ahead and provide that little bit of info and things to you. So hopefully this week you learn something and answer some of your questions for sure. And we look forward to any questions you may have all week long. So today I'm kicking it off, so I'm excited. And we're going to talk a little bit about pre-qualifications, picking a lender, and some loan types. I'm going to make it brief, though. I'm not going to get into that's kind of the lender's role in the sense of loan types and interest rates and what each loan entails and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to kind of go over them very briefly to give you some idea of what different loan types there are in our market. There's others. And then again, like I said, I'm not going to get specific into each of those loan types, just going to kind of go through the most common ones. Also, I want to put a disclaimer out there for our videos. So our videos are going to be hopefully short and sweet, right? They're going to be 2 to 4 minutes long at the most. We're going to try to keep them as short as possible. And there's a lot of info that we're trying to give you within that time frame. So we don't want to rush the info, but at the same time, there are going to be things that within the information, it's not going to be full detailed and go over every piece of this or every piece of that section or video that agent is specifically talking about. For instance, like today, I'm not going to go in depth on pre-qualifications and what they're going to look for and stuff like that and what a lender may ask you and stuff, right? You're going to find that out. The lender's going to do that anyways, but we just want to touch base on a lot of things, give you a broad scheme of information that will hopefully assist you as a buyer in this market. Okay. So just want to put that disclaimer out. There's going to be a lot of extra stuff, and there's going to be some things you may not even encounter that we may discuss. So, but primarily it's going to be good information that you will use and you will need. Okay. So let's go over the first piece to my video today is going to be pre-qualifications. Look, as a buyer, this is going to be your number one step. Okay. Buyers, for some reason, when they're looking to buy homes, we get a lot of those buyer leads or people to call us and they just want to see houses. They have not got a pre-qualification letter, haven't picked a lender yet. And quite honestly, that should be your first step. Reason why, okay, there's a lot of reasons why, but one of the main ones is it helps narrow down the search for your real estate agent. So if you call us and you want to, go see properties all over the place, you're from Swansboro to, Hampstead. And I mean, that's hundreds upon hundreds of houses, right? So it's very important that you get pre-qualified because it helps narrow down your search of at least amount, right? So that way your realtor can do some searching. You want to be from that far out. But if you go from Swansboro to Hampstead, that's a huge difference or a huge distance. But if you're pre-qualified for a certain number, it helps bring that down, right? Say you're $200,000 or whatever, it helps bring the number down a little bit to narrow down your search. So it helps you not get overwhelmed with seeing a ton of houses that you don't even know if you qualify for, right? Or you may qualify for more and you may get more of a house that you're looking for, but you won't know unless you're qualified, right? Pre-qualified. Okay, so helps narrow down your search. Number two to the pre-qual piece is it also, if you find your dream home that day, so you're out there looking at a property like, you know what, this is everything we've ever wanted. This is it. You can't do anything. You have no power to do anything because you have no pre-qualification. No other agent and no other seller is going to take your offer without a pre-qualification letter, right? Or you're pre-approved through a lender to show you can buy it based on that amount that you're putting in your offer. So again, it's really pointless to go out looking at properties thinking, hey, I'm good for it for sure. but you won't be able to do anything. So if you find a property, you get back to the office, you want to write an offer, you can't write an offer without a pre-qualification, pre-approval letter. So you're slowing your own process down, especially in this market now where there's a ton of multiple offer situations. You want to be ready to move on the house that you want to move on. So the pre-qualification letter is even more important there. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So that's the pre-qual. You want to get that right off the bat. That's very important. Okay. Picking a lender. Listen, here's what we hear a lot. A lot of people say, I'm going to use my bank because my bank knows me. Okay. They don't know you. They don't know you. So don't think they do. Okay. You may talk to, if you go into a bank, like a local one, that teller may know you, but the bank, she's not going to be pre-qualifying you or getting you a loan at all. So again, no matter who it is, they're going to have to ask you for certain documents. If it's Navy, Fed, Marine, it doesn't, USAA, it doesn't matter. They're going to ask you for the same type documents as every other lender. Okay. They just will. So if you go with a local lender, like here, say, like an Alpha Mortgage, Movement Mortgage, you got Union, you got some others, they're going to ask you for the same documents as the other lenders will as well, right? They're going to run credit checks. They're going to do the same thing. So just because it's your bank doesn't mean it's going to go smoother, okay? It just doesn't. Also, I want to talk about the big bank piece. If you have a bigger bank, meaning like a USA and Navy Fed, I'm not talking negative about them, but the process is a lot slower. And the process is a little different, okay? Because they're a big bank. They have, car loans, they have retirements, they have, bank accounts, and they're not just focused on lending for homes. Some of the local lenders here are. So again, it makes the process a lot quicker and it's streamlined because they do it every day. It's the same every day for them. Okay. So the big banks are usually out of state, right? They don't work past 4:30 and they're not available on the weekends. Slows the process down. Okay. Because there's a lot of times we're going to have to get information or do some things or get some documents signed here and there. And if they're not working or able to push things quick, because they're not, it's going to slow your process up, your transactions. I don't know how many times I gave my opinion to buyers who said, oh, yeah, we're going to go with our bank. We just think it's going to go smoother, blah, blah. And then once we got midway in the process, they realized that was a drastic mistake, right? And by that point, we're already so far in, they don't want to back out and it starts, it slows them down even more. So they stay in it. But they always say, I wish I would have listened to you, Dave. We should have went with more of a local lender or somebody, smaller company, something like that. It would have been faster because it truly would be. A lot of the local lenders, we can call, text, weekends, Sundays at 8, 7 at night. We can get answers that we'll never get from a bigger bank. Okay. So remember that. So again, pre-qualification, go back and look maybe at a local lender versus the big bank or your out-of-state bank. It's gonna go quicker, I think, and smoother. All right. Last piece of this is loan types. Look, our market's a military market. We're gonna have mostly VA loans. I would say 98% of, maybe even more, are VA loans. Okay. Understand something. A VA loan is an entitlement, or the VA thing for you as a military member. A lot of military members confuse this. I've done a video on this before, is VA entitlement versus the VA loan. Okay. VA entitlement is based on being a service member and you're honorably discharged, or you're currently serving, or you're retired. You have an entitlement, VA entitlement, that you then have to still go to a bank to get pre-qualified or approved for a loan. Okay. So just because you have a VA entitlement doesn't mean that you're good for a loan. Unfortunately, they're going to look at your debt to income, your credit score, bank statements, all that stuff. Okay. So you still got to go through that process to get the loan, and you're going to do a VA loan. Okay. Based on your VA entitlement. Just want to make that very clear. Okay. So again, VA is the most common one here, 100% financing, no money down. There's going to be some money you have to put into the deal, home inspections and some other things, and appraisal fees. But again, it's very minimal. It's not that expensive is what most people think, right? Okay. You have USDA loans. Those are more kind of rural areas, but there are some areas that you wouldn't think that are rural, and they're classified in the USDA system, but kind of rural. I believe that's no money down, depending on certain things. Again, more of a lender question, but USDA loans, FHA loans are here too, and kind of probably the next common one besides USDA. So, and then you have a conventional loan as well. Conventional FHA, you got to put some money down. I'm not going to get into percentage because that's not my expertise, but you do have to put money down on that. So, okay. So we covered pre-qualification. It's very important. Your number one step in buying. Picking a lender. I would always say go with a local lender over a big bank lender or out-of-state lender. Smoother transaction. Things can get answered a lot faster. And then you got your different loan types we covered. Okay. So I'm not going to take too much of your time. Hopefully this video helped you out a little bit, answer some of your questions. Again, be on the lookout for George tomorrow. He's going to be coming on and doing his video, and then the rest of the team will follow on after that. We look forward to your questions and comments, things on our videos. So check out our YouTube and look, have a great day and keep smiling, stay motivated. All right. Talk to everybody later. Have a great day. See you soon.